Jimmy check. Good. Open.
You swing open the door. It is another room that's just like the one that you left with the
Bedroom?
blood in it. Yep. It's another bedroom. You have a fireplace in the middle of the west wall. Looks like it backs up to the other. There is an overhead light fixture that is on. The room is well lit. There is a comfortable looking queen size bed and a large armoire. There's a side table with what looks like a wash basin, razor. The room smells of cologne. It just smells very masculine in here. You see some black and white framed photos on the wall. About a third of them are a very muscular man in boxing poses. Another third of them are the same man with hunting trophies, like posing with big game. And the last third is him with assorted exotic scenes, a Mayan temple, the pyramids in the background with a camel, a an airship on a field someplace.
Hey, Jojo, check this out. Points over to the fighting pics, like boxing, right?
Jojo, roll a perception.
26.
You recognize Conrad Smythe. Conrad Smythe was a ranked boxer probably about 10 years before you started to come up. Had a couple of minor titles and then just dropped out of sight. There was a lot of speculation that he'd either been injured or had gotten too deep into the bottle, but his boxing career just kind of vanished overnight.
You know him?
Heard of him. Seen pictures of him around various other boxing gyms. Some of the older ones, anyways.
He seemed to be well respected. He was never a superstar, but he looked. I guess other boxers look at those and think, "I'd like to see what he's all about in the ring." Everybody else would look at it and think, "I'm glad I'm not in the ring with him." He's got a chin like an anvil.
Jay Leno?
Yeah. With an Arnold forehead.
Too. And so I just.
But there's no dead body in here.
None that you can see.
Do you want to look under the bed, Benny?
I'm going to do a quick floor check, see what the footprints look like. Look for boots. That is a 27.
You do see some footprints in here. They don't seem to be the ones that you saw before. They're not quite as large.
Okay.
Check the dresser for personal effects, maybe a passport or some kind of ID.
You go through the dresser, you find men's apparel. Looks like he's big into khakis, khaki shirts, khaki trousers, assorted belts, high wool socks. You do find his passport tucked into a envelope with a small wad of cash, and it matches Conrad Smythe.
Lara?
Yes.
Hand the money to Mark. Look, perks of the job.
Well, maybe he's still alive somewhere and we can give it back, but okay.
Hang on to the passport, tuck it into my satchel.
Okay.
With Conrad Smythe's passport?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe seems to have had quite a career. Well-traveled. pugilist.
So hired to be a strongman.
Well, I think he's more than just a strong man.
So is there effects? There's personal effects, of course, but is there a cabinet or a dresser that we can just quickly?
Armoire.
Okay, and the armoire is okay. You guys already looked at it. The check under the bed.
You look under the bed. You see a large brown suitcase and several pairs of boots.
What size are those boots?
They're larger than the one you found with the foot in it.
I'm gonna grab the case.
Feels
Well-
empty as you drag it out. It's very beaten up, scuffed.
Yeah, I'll just click it open on the floor. Do a quick check.
It's
on it,
empty.
Push it back
Give
under.
give a little grimace. Old Brown.
Yeah, old brown.
It reminds you.
It's actually smaller. This one's smaller.
It's only half the size, really.
Do you want
He's on
to?
his hands and knees pulling stuff out from the bed. He gets a swat on the ass.
Ah, it's inappropriate. It's inappropriate.
Yeah.
You're a contractor now. You don't have rights.
Not my boss.
That's right. You're just the help.
Just,
The paid for bitch.
well,
Sorry, was that out of place?
do we take a journal? You want to take the
Sprinkles
journal
are
or
for
something?
agents.
That's right. This so let's. This is clear. I don't see anything special in here.
No, I think it's important to know who we're dealing with and who we can line up with perhaps other bodies we're going to come across.
I don't
Let's
know.
pull out and move on.
Got to figure out who stormed who, because this whoever assaulted over here. Let's move on.
Well, the door opened, and maybe they were very surprised by that. And I'm just wondering how do we get the air out upstairs?
We're gonna have to open up a window or something.
Well, there's a door
Head to the
right at the end of the hallway and one across the hallway.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's check the one across before. I'm guessing the one on the east might take us up.
You
maybe.
could always just throw some bricks through some windows from outside.
Does it work?
Bricks work,
They're harder than glass. Last I checked.
Well,
right? I mean,
it's one of those things where well, I guess you broke through the door, so there's nothing specialized with that, but I don't know.
Oh, you mean the wards keeping the bricks from?
Yeah. I don't know how that stuff works, so who
Mork
knows?
tries the door on the north that's opposite of the kicked open door.
Blanca will flank him.
You open the door into a 5x5 square.
Wait, that's too small.
Sorry. Not sorry. There is a door to your immediate right that is slightly ajar, and it's dark in there. It's dark in
That
this
was
little
60.
space too.
Okay.
But here's what you see directly across from you, Mark, 5 feet away. There's a regular doorway, just a normal interior door.
Mhm.
It's open. It's filled with an absolute unrelenting black. Frigid cold is coming out of it. And there is a magenta colored 6-foot long tentacle stretched out from underneath the top of the door and stuck to the ceiling out over this 5-foot area.
He just automatically seeing that puts his arm across, from Blanca and takes at least a 6-inch move back.
You all feel the cold.
That's not normal.
There is one other thing. I'm sorry. There's a small card table off to the left side. And on that card table is what looks like a bronze bowl, a white candle sitting in the middle of the bronze bowl, and an open book to the side.
Okay, nothing about this room is good. Let's just agree on that.
That's easy.
Here, here.
Yes.
Uh,
And a bowl, candle, and a book.
Is the candle burnt down?
The candle doesn't look like it's been burned at all.
That's not lighted.
with my back against the wall on the far side of the hall, detect magic as far from the tentacle as I can get without leaving the hall.
Tessimeter.
You detect magic. The candle glows, the bowl glows, and the book glows. The tentacle does not.
See, it's fine.
You pull out your tessimeter, and it immediately pegs into the red.
Oh, shit.
It's not supposed to do that.
I don't think
Just
any.
pop the back and roll the batteries a little bit. Because that works.
Okay, this is not our next avenue.
That's the
It just
open
can't-
door.
It can't be. Well, there's a door in the closet or the little cubby
Yep.
space,
To the
No,
right.
no. I mean,
and there's
I
one
mean,
to the right.
no. I mean, this is the open door.
It could be one of.
Oh, to go back to
The
the
telegram.
telegram.
Very possible.
But
Okay.
let me check the floor here then. Flashlight from just a step in front of where Blanca is. I want to scan the floor of the room to see what's come through.
Penny.
That said 21. Not awesome.
There are so many footprints in this area that they just turn into a muddle.
But any tentacle prints.
Just the one left by the tentacle on the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not a silly question.
Not a silly question.
Like,
Just a second. I want to check something. The billiard ball, roll it into the room.
Do you want to roll it into the darkness?
Not that far, just into the little open space. So it's on the floor, and then fling it up into the tentacle and see if it reacts.
Okay.
You mean
You mean-
telekinetically?
You
Yeah.
need to make a roll, yes.
Telekinetic
hand.
projectile. Natch. Does that matter?
Yeah, sure. Do
It
double
does.
damage.
It does. If it can be corrupt.
Telekinetic projectile. Critical success, you deal double damage. So,
What do you think tore the man out of his boot?
not this thing.
I think, yeah.
I don't know.
Damage. 11 points of damage.
So a couple of things happen. One, the tentacle unsticks itself from the ceiling
Uh-huh.
and thrashes about wildly, slinging kind of a lavender colored sticky ichor everywhere it slashes. And you're almost certain that you hear a distant, inhuman screech of some kind. And then the tentacle sticks itself back to the ceiling in a different position, still coming out of that open doorway.
The hell.
And it's dripping from a little wound, probably about 4 inches long in part of the tentacle.
Morik reaches for the door to close it.
Yeah. Close that door to the hells.
Did you want to investigate that book and candle?
They're all magic. The bowl, the book, the candle, every bit of it.
Can you pull it towards you? Do you have the ability to throw it towards you without
It's
killing
on a
us?
card. It's on a card table.
It's
Mark.
only a 5x5 room. You
I know, it's
Mark
5
could
by
reach
5.
in and pull the whole table out.
Drag the table out. Don't touch anything on the table.
Let me.
Have a ready to action if that thing moves. Actually, I can't ready a spell.
Are you pointing a billiard ball at it?
No, I pull out my Ragnar and aim it at the tentacle.
Everybody moves away. They've all seen
Yeah, I
it.
know.
No, No Ragnars. We've got gas, active gas in here. I don't want to spark anything.
Doesn't smell too strong here, but okay.
I don't want to take the chance. Let's.
Mark, you pull this little card table out into the main hall. As you pull it out, everybody can see that there is a dagger on the other side of the bowl that you didn't see before. It's curved. Looks like it has a bronze handle and a small red stone in the pommel.
How old is this dagger?
You want to do an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Tell me you know what this means. Please.
Well, if my dice will cooperate, I'll tell you exactly what it means. Scheisse. That's a total of 20. I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. The best you get out of it is it doesn't look European.
Okay.
And it's old. But whether it's like a week old or 9th century, it's somewhere in.
I think I sloughed that class.
Yeah.
Babylonia? I don't know. I fell asleep.
So the bowl and the candle also shine? They glow?
Everything. Well, does the dagger glow as well?
It does.
The whole kit is flooded with arcana.
Do you want to toss it into a bag and just, hope?
The book is open and covered in writing.
What does it say?
Is it a spell book?
Are you examining it?
Yeah, curiosity is going to get me killed, but yeah.
Read the cover first.
It's already open.
Necronomicon.
I have to close it.
Klaatu Verata.
Are you going to look at the cover, or are you just going to read what's on these 2 pages?
I'll just glean the information.
She's a skimmer. She'll skim.
Yeah.
This is a kind of book that both margins have hand-drawn artwork down like monks would have done. The initial letter is always enormous. But what you quickly glean from this is instructions and an incantation on sealing portals.
Relay that to the group. Sealing portals.
Do you think that this? Okay, so is there a boundary or something in front of this portal that's keeping it at bay, or is there not?
I mean, the tentacle's out of it.
The
The
tentacle's out of
tentacle
it.
comes out of the darkness, and the darkness fills the frame.
Okay.
And with the flashlight you were using, the flashlight hits that darkness and goes no further.
Kick the billiard ball that probably is back on the floor through the dark opening. Listen for it.
You kick it through, you hear a thump. Sounds like it's rattling across wood, maybe.
Okay, so it's not an extra dimensional space. It's just darkness.
Do you have a way
And
to
it's freezing cold.
combat that darkness?
Yeah, let me take a minute here. Grab my dagger, recall the dispel magic.
Does it sound like when she kicked it in and it hit wood? Did it sound like it actually hit like a door or steps?
It sounded like it just did one little thump and then just rolled for a while, and then you didn't hear it anymore.
Okay.
Like maybe a door threshold and then kept going.
Standing at the threshold to the 5x5 room, push a dispel magic into the far side.
Roll them.
That's going to be 31.
Nice.
Neither the tentacle or the darkness show any change.
I'm gonna feel a little embarrassed and turn back to the group and go, "This is heavy."
But inside, you know that you did that spell letter perfect, and it came back at you like rubber.
Yeah, the last time I felt like this, I was trying to mess with a goat man.
Well, that's unfortunate. So
So this was ERS maybe trying to close the door, and they failed.
possibly.
I think we should take however long it takes, within reason, for Blanca to study these items and maybe this book a little more.
Let's take him
Still-
back into the billiard room.
We still have a door that we haven't checked at the far end,
True.
right?
We're right next to it at the end of the hallway, but
Let's
Let's take a sec to open it.
And if I can remind you, there's actually a door that's ajar on the right. So not
Inside.
going in towards the blackness, there's an ajar.
another door ajar
there's
inside of
two
that.
doors inside that room, one straight across and one to the right. And the one to the right
Which
is
would
open.
right, which would make it the same facing as this closed door here. So I don't know if they're going to the same. Probably not.
I'm
What
gonna-
color? What
You're
color are
correct.
these doors?
They look like just your standard heavy wooden interior doors.
Perfect.
This building probably dates back to the Victorian era when shit was made well.
We have the card table with the or whatever those items are out.
In the hallway, yes.
I'm going to close the door, pull out a piece of chalk, and write tentacle. Underline it.
Very good.
You have beautiful
I,
handwriting.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Remind me when I put together the mission report to bring that up.
Hey, there's no U in tentacle. Demerits for spelling.
Drag the card table back to
Tentacle?
the billiard room.
Tentacle. Wait a
Carry
minute.
it back to the billiard room.
Yeah, and spend the appropriate amount of time understanding them to the detail I can while on mission.
So
Meanwhile,
you-
Jojo billiards.
Well, we should go and check that.
I'm with Bunny. Why don't you two check the room? I'll stand in the hallway and have line of sight of you guys and Blanca while she studies.
That works.
all
So
right,
this is the point where we're splitting up.
No, we're connected.
We're all in the
I
same
am the link in the
space.
chain.
Morik and Banny moved to the door at the end of the hall. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got the flashlight.
That door is locked.
Just another good hardy wooden door.
Roll that athletics.
I'll step back and let you do your thing.
Yeah, get a little distance.
Splinters might get in my
let her
eye.
rip. It would be 37 again.
You
But
obliterate
it's-
the lock, the wood around it, and knock it loose of its upper hinge. So it kind of staggers into the room.
Try not to let it just crash in. I'm just gonna hold it.
There is lamplight coming from inside that room.
You don't know how to do anything subtly, do you?
I don't know my own strength.
Apparently,
Hello?
neither do these doors.
Hello.
I
There's light.
look around the room with the
already
flashlight. I
light.
guess there is already light, but look in the dark corners. Stoop down.
This is a bedroom. It's rectangular. It's 20 feet across, and north-south it goes all the way up to match the wall of the northern end of the hallway. So it's a little bit longer than the other two bedrooms you went into.
Got it.
But there's no like the door that was ajar. There's a wall between us and maybe what would be on
Yes, that's correct. This room has a queen-size bed, a large desk, another fireplace, a very warm Persian-looking wool rug on the floor. Looks like there's personal memorabilia on shelves, family photographs, mementos, wardrobe, large dresser. Again, it feels like a man's room immediately. It's missing any of the foof. And the other thing you notice in here is an enormous safe in a corner, kind of like you would see if you ever went into the Old West buildings. The thing's probably about 5.5 feet tall. It's a big old Wells Fargo type.
Nice.
Safe that we will never, ever, ever get into.
I wish Wolfgang were here.
Heidelberg Brothers in gold.
I look underneath the bed since all the magic seems to happen under the beds these days.
Under this bed, you do see another couple pieces of luggage. You don't see the boots that you saw before. You see men's loafers and men's slippers. The slippers look well used.
What are these black and white photos of? I mean, is there a man in them?
It looks like family photos, or the gentleman who features in a lot of the photos is looks like he's white haired. Naturally, these are all black and white. Always wears a suit and tie. Looks like an older gentleman. Sometimes you see him holding a cane. He's probably well into his 60s.
Hey, we didn't mean to break open your door. Is anybody here? We did mean to break open your door. We just didn't think to knock first.
It's quiet.
Okay. I'll flag Mark in and point him to that side, to the right side of the room, and I'll move to the left. Start moving around.
Checking out armoire then while you check out the desk?
Yep.
Mark, you quickly get the idea that this is your dad's room because you find a lot of button-up sweaters,
Cardigans.
jackets with leather patches at the elbows, comfortable pants. It's clearly the clothing of an older man. You're not seeing the rough and ready boots and khakis and all that stuff. This is an older gentleman's.
This is probably one of the founders or someone who's a researcher or something. I don't know. That safe looks really impressive. Wonder if Blanca could open it.
No.
What? There's magic. You can do things.
Yeah, I've never seen her do something like that. Who knows? Maybe. We'll ask.
Blanca, back at your device, as you examine these items and really focus your detect magic in on it, you do get to roll another Arcana.
Stupid dice. 22.
So the best you can tell is it all seems to be of a Middle Eastern origin, maybe Persian, and it looks to be pre-12th century. The bowl, the blade, and the candle seem to be a package deal. The bowl and the knife are definitely connected. The candle doesn't seem to be with them, if that makes any sense. And the instructions that you see on the left side of the book are ridiculously clear. And you read it very, very rapidly. Fill bowl with goat blood. Must be within 24 hours. Light candle. Speak first incantation. And the incantations are on the other side. Smear edges of portal with blood. Speak second incantation. Blow out candle.
So the candle's not been used, so I can kind of assume that this hasn't been performed yet. The bowl is clean.
Bowl is clean.
I don't do this kind of magic normally. I say in a hushed voice back to Jojo.
As you examine this book,
comes to shove.
you see that it is heavily weighted toward how to summon, bargain with, and enslave Ifrit, and also how to make them go away when you're done with them. all of it's very foreign to you. Literally.
All right. I'm satisfied that I've got as much information as I'm going to get. Let's rejoin the others. I'll explain what I understand to the degree I do.
All right.
You run into JoJo in the hallway. Do you all join the other two in the bedroom?
Yep.
The only unexplored things in here are the large desk and the safe.
Okay. I was actually at the desk. I should have looked at it. We'll return to that after she explains her thing.
Run down the list of the items, say that these things are ancient. It looks like it's a ritual that hasn't been performed yet. And I don't know what's holding that tentacle back, but it's not this.
So we have to find a goat.
I'm sure any blood will do, but that's probably the convenient sacrifice we should make if we're going to attempt this in any way, shape, or form.
I would not assume outside of a goat when it says goat, personally. Chickens probably not so much.
Your books are based on facts and visions and things you can see and touch. Most of my work isn't.
Well, I've dealt with a lot of annoying goats, so I wouldn't mind slicing them.
While you noodle that around, I have to take a dog walk break. I will be
Okay.
back.
Ditto.
Who's gonna be the goat?
The greatest of all time?
I might need another cup of coffee. I'm struggling over here.
How early were you up today?
6:55.
Okay.
Why?
I was just curious because you're struggling to stay awake.
I am. I'm for some reason I'm tired. Like I could probably go to sleep right now.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel you. I actually, it's been a rough couple of days for whatever reason.
Is that the Folgers commercial sound? What?
Sort of. Hey, okay. So, everybody's gone.
I mean, on my screen I still have John and Keith frozen. Sorry. I'm gonna refresh. I think I'm gonna refresh. Okay.
And he's back.
Okay, and they're gone. Good.
And they are gone.
Yeah, I enjoyed that written piece and Banny's perspective.
Oh, yeah. It was hard to write. It was hard to write.
Mm-hmm. Until you wrote that, I couldn't write the will.
Oh, I didn't see that you'd posted the will. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm sure we all have wills on file at Not Richter.
Do, but to what end?
Keith's walking the dog too. Yeah, I had to admit to Keith that we've all lost a dog before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Mike, you've lost a dog before? Oh, you never had a pet dog before?
When I was a kid, I don't really remember though.
Oh, okay. Oh, anyway,
Like younger than 7.
that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, some of my first notions about death came from losing a couple pet dogs when I was a kid.
Oh, see, I got the rough treatment on that.
How's that?
My dad going when I was 17.
Oh, geez. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah, any funeral after that is easy.
You're right.
Yeah.
No, I never knew that about you and Ryan.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, Ryan was 20 and on his mission.
Oh,
Maybe just turned 21. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude. Well,
That's a young age to learn about loss.
oh, hell yes. So, the
What brings
analogy
that
might
up,
be. Sorry?
What brings that up though?
Oh, so for me, that's kind of what the last week has sort of felt like. I felt like that similar feeling like I've lost my dog. Like, it's a grief. It's not like you've lost your father. It's not like that deep. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you've been playing Robin for what, 2 years now, something like that.
Easy. Yeah. Love her character. I loved her as much as I did to Garen.
Yeah.
So I was saying to Keith, I don't know what how the lightning strikes, because Watanabe or whatever who came after that, and another character somewhere after that. I mean, no one has been as compelling for me as Tagarin and as Robin. I just knew who they were and that kind of thing. So, kind of figure out if lightning can strike again. And I had this morning revelation that I shared with Keith, saying, it's like I need like 3 C's. I need character who feels compelling, a character who is connected, so like isn't just like some, not a random spark. It's like there's something of a connection to them in the universe, and a character who's consequential. Now, compelling is an aspect which is of course subjective, right? I mean, like how compelling they feel to you as a character to play, how different they are. Connectedness, like Morik is connected. I got a relationship with JoJo already. We're both fighters. I can talk to him like a bro. And I was in basic training and stuff like that. So it's not like he's, poor Simon who came in from sideways saying, "Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Get out."
super
Okay.
British.
And of course, everyone wants to be consequential, but yeah, in some forms.
Simon still could kick some ass. He could. I
Oh,
didn't give him a
Simon,
chance.
Bjorn's favorite fella.
It was cool when he found that weakness, though, and allowed us to exploit it too.
That was the first time I got into any combat, and it was 2 hits total. But it was fun. That was insightful to the investigator class.
Okay.
But anyway.
I was killing time. Hello.
Banny, you were inspecting the desk, yes?
While Blanca has been telling us what the story is.
While I was looking at the armoire. He was on the desk.
Yeah, I did
Okay.
inspect the desk while he was looking at the armoire, I assume.
What you find in the desk is primarily it's a lot of international correspondence. It's all directed to a Mr. Hudson of Hudson and Brand. A lot of it is, "Dear sir, we have a freakish occurrence going on in our location. Could you come and examine. And it's just that again and again from every known country around the world. There's some other ledgers. It looks like business accounts for the place itself, mortgage payments, investments, a lot of the generic stuff. But it looks like whoever Mr. Hudson is, he's probably at least half of the brains behind the outfit.
Yeah.
And some of it's personal. It looks like he's got grown children and grandchildren.
I'd like to reach under the bed and just rattle the suitcases.
They feel empty.
Okay. I gloss over the place. I don't expect that we will be able to open that safe. So
I could probably get it open, but if the contents are fragile in any way, I would damage it in trying to get in.
yeah, let's not do that.
I mean, can we give it a thorough inspection to see how well this safe is actually constructed? Does it have a just a riveted on back panel or something silly like that?
Knock around the outside edge.
Yeah, even a cursory inspection by a novice tells you that this thing looks like an iron cube, one way in and one way out. It doesn't even have feet; it just sits right on the floor. And it is too heavy to move.
How would you propose to open that, Blanca?
From altitude.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, let's not do that.
But it
How?
work.
What are you, the coyote? Dropping on a tentacle?
And then what we do is we have the man in black stand on the bullseye.
There you go. That works. Put some birdseed down for him.
This works every time. I've watched it.
Okay, so the only way out of here is either to walk upstairs and actually unlock the door upstairs.
We have the spiral
we have a
staircase.
spiral staircase.
Right. And there is through that wall something that the ajar door opens into.
I think it's worth checking out that eastern door inside the 5x5 room to see if we can. I worry that the tentacle can reach that easily. Is that something, Jojo, you could get through without getting snagged?
Ask the question again.
Could you get from the doorway we closed the 5x5 room to the angled door that's ajar on the right smoothly without getting grabbed potentially by the tentacle?
I can try.
You can do it.
Sure, I'll tell you yes. It's not the first lie we've told each other. Let's do it.
Wait, what?
I knew he was lying then.
There was a long night in a hotel room. We were lamenting the loss of a different member.
Are you, Jojo, are you going to try to duck across that corner to get into the other room?
Yeah, I'm gonna be going at a high pace, and then I'll kind of do like a dive slide across the floor to stay low and
It's
avoid
dark
the
in
tentacle.
that other room. Do you want to bring a light with you or no?
Blanca, can you do something about the lights?
I take the
Give me
flashlight
something.
and roll it through the door.
Roll a d20, Blanca.
Magic.
What do I apply to that roll?
You don't want to have naturally rolled a 1, 2, or 3.
It's a 14 straight up.
Okay, it does not roll into the darkness.
Okay.
Shoop. It's gone forever.
You get a fairly good beam going into that other room. You see it looks like it has a white tile floor.
All right, here we go.
Voila.
Thanks.
I'll grab the tentacle and wrestle it if it goes after you.
All right. I'm gonna do an acrobatics actually.
Okay.
little bit higher for me. 32.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
You blast through, do the Bouduc knee slide into the next room, and you realize you have just slid into a large bathroom. It is 15 feet north-south, and east-west it conforms to the bedroom just south of it. In here, there is a huge clawfoot tub, a large sink with a vanity, towel racks, and there is a door in the middle of the north wall. Looks like there's a light fixture in here if you wanted to hit the switch, but
I sure do. I was just going to ask for that.
you
Yep.
snap it on and lights come on in the center of the ceiling as well as over the vanity by the sink. The place is clean, bright,
Tub
white
empty?
walls. What's that?
Is the tub empty?
Tub is empty.
No goat with a lot of blood.
And it has the rail around the top with the shower curtain.
Mhm.
It's pulled back so you can see it's empty.
Okay. I call back through the doorway. Got a bathroom here and another door.
The tentacle doesn't move. It just slowly drips from its wound.
What does it drip? Is it green, purple, yellow, red?
No, it's kind of a lavender goo.
I'll take a picture of it with the spectrograph. Why not?
Roll a percentage.
And 96.
That's going to be a good picture.
Mwah! It has a certain je ne sais quoi.
A good pick of the tentacle.
Of the
You-
big
you were able to
tentacle
get the
and the doorway.
doorway and the
Basically,
tentacle.
that's the shot of the black doorway and the tentacle coming out of it.
What do you
I'm
see?
gonna crack this other door open. And I move over
Was
to
there
it.
any response or even a hint of reflex when he went through the room by the tentacle?
Tentacle didn't move.
Walk in behind him so he's not going alone.
Okay. Tentacle still doesn't budge. Are the other two following, or are you
I'll
staying
follow
on?
as soon as I have my picture. Yeah.
Danny, are you bringing up the rear?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
I am eyeing that tentacle.
What opened this door? Was it another boot?
What opened this door?
Yeah, this door was ajar already, so I'm just looking at
Somebody
Danny.
just didn't close it.
It's a bathroom.
You know when you gotta go.
Yeah,
when
you don't
really
wanna-
gotta go. You don't bother to close the door.
Well, when you're leaving it, you leave it open for whoever needs to charge in there, because if there's a shut door in the bathroom, you don't
You
know
don't
if
wanna
somebody's
go
in
in
there or
there.
not. Yeah, and who knows? You gotta let it
They're
air
there to
out.
Kill you. Tentacles will come
Joe,
out. and
you
stuff.
were at that northern door.
I give Blanca a nod as she walks through, and then I check the handle
It's unlocked.
and I push it open.
Pass it back. It's unlocked.
You push open into a large cellar space. From here, it's 30 feet to the north and about 50 or 60 feet east to west.
Sheesh.
Is there? I'm assuming it's dark in there. Are there light switches, pull chains nearby that I can see from?
It is lit. There are overhead bulbs, bare bulbs with pull chains that march down the center of the cellar. There are also a few electric wall sconces on the north wall. Here's what you see down here. It looks like somebody's got a full-on chemistry lab set up across several tables. Chalkboards that are covered in geometric and mathematical equations that go right over all your heads, even though you've all received higher education, this stuff makes no sense whatsoever. There is another anatomy skeleton in here. There's a large Baroque-looking black wood cabinet. It looks to be the size of a wardrobe, big enough for a man to step into. And you've never seen so much carving on a single piece of furniture. And it has the unmistakable bas relief images of devil faces on each door. All the hardware on that thing is gleaming silver.
Is there a lock on that? Can we see like
Next to it, there is a padlocked cabinet, fairly large. There are 3 pillars that march west to east down the center of the cellar. And there's a body, probably about 10 feet away from you, Jojo. It looks like a man's body, but it's been decapitated. One boot is missing at the ankle, and it's been partially eaten.
Is there any blood pooling around it?
Oh yeah.
Or is it okay? But there's no blood anywhere leading up to it. It looks like it was dropped there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grace?
No, that's absolutely not Grace.
No.
Oh, you're asking for Grace?
Yeah.
Did you call out for Grace?
Yeah. Yeah, I say Grace.
And the woman's voice answers you from deeper in the cellar.
Boom.
Yes.
Are you
Nice
well?
Yes.
Can we come in without you harming us or looking at us as enemies?
Techie Lee.
Did you say Lecky Lee?
Techily. I'm not sure what that means. Can you show yourself?
And then the woman's voice screeches, Techie Lee, Techie Lee.
Take it back.
Does she seem to be asking us a question, or is she just shouting?
I don't know. What did you gather from that, Eric?
She's freaked out and she's probably not normal right now.
She's speaking in tongues.
I lean in. Is it lit? It's lit in there. It's currently lit up.
It's a fairly well lit cellar. And what you see from here is at the far western end. There's a half a dozen cement steps that climb to your typical cellar, angled cellar doors.
Outer doors. Okay.
Over on the west?
On the west?
Those are at the far west end, up near the northern wall.
Okay. Oh, west, but northern wall. Okay. That I can see.
I say Techie Lee.
You say it?
Yeah.
She whispers it, Techie Lee, Techie Lee.
And I look at Blanca and I say, what the hell is she saying?
I don't know. It's no language I've heard of, and I know a lot.
I step in with my hands up and I say, if she approaches, we take her down. We try and subdue her, but we take her down. Okay?
That's confidence. I like that.
Well,
Now, just so that I understand, who's in the cellar at this point?
So everybody was stacked up at the door.
Technically, Banny pushed his way from the back to the front because,
My
he wanted
impression
to call.
JoJo moved in just a little. Banny pushed his way to the front, and the other two were crowded in the doorway behind him.
Yeah, I'm still in the doorway.
like a nice
Yeah.
little grenade circle.
Yeah, a grenade circle.
It's a bouquet.
Or as Morik likes to think of it, a grenade I'll drop on everybody and I'll take the blast.
All right, everyone, kill circle.
Swing. Well, I look at JoJo and I say, "Do you want to talk to her?"
I think I'm gonna have about as much luck as you. I don't know what the hell Techuli is.
I think if she engages me, you guys can grapple and take her down. If that works.
I point to the body, 15 feet in front of us.
I'm sure
10
that
feet.
took a little while for that to happen.
For a foot to come off?
The foot and head were off in her room.
And
I've
she's
changed
probably
I've
naked
changed
right
my
now.
drawing. Hold on.
Tore through all of her clothes. Who knows what we're seeing here? I turn to Mark and say, "Don't be afraid to punch a girl." And then I step in with my hands up, and I look around the room to see if I can get line of sight on her.
You are looking around the room.
And I look very well.
What kind of perception did you get?
I rolled an 18, and that puts me at a 33.
So what you can tell is the middle pillar of the three, the way the lights are shining, you're able to see that there's something behind the pillar casting a shadow on the cement floor. And it looks to be a human-sized biped.
Named Tekili.
So when I say, "Grace, can you come to us and talk to us?"
And then she begins to babble loudly. I need all four of you to make a will save.
Well,
Not likely.
17.
That's a critical fail.
Oh.
21.
That's a fail.
32.
That's a success.
31.
That's a success. The two of you are immune for 24 hours. Jojo, yours was a simple fail.
Yes.
You are confused for 1 round. Mark, roll 2d4, please.
But I was only given 1. Just kidding. Whoops. 2 plus. Damn it. 2 plus. 2 is 4.
You are confused for 4 rounds.
That's dangerous.
Let's have an initiative, shall we?
That's fair.
Could I roll or keep the 17 that I rolled for that? Or does that count?
What do you want to do?
No, rolling a reflex save doesn't count. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I keep rolling high, and then now.
No, that was just a will save. It has nothing to do with reflex.
No, it's mostly because if you go walk into a situation with a stealth or a deception, you can use that as your initiative and
Use that for initiative.
But
Yeah, I don't think saves become initiative ever.
no, they don't. They don't. I had to.
No.
I have now learned.
Oh.
21.
You're slow.
Hey.
What do you got, Blanca?
17.
I'm slow.
I know you're slow because I
Blanca likes to
likes
pace herself in combat. How'd you do, Jojo?
25.
And Mark.
19.
Now, does confusion slow you down at all for that?
It grants you flat-footed, but I'm not sure that's...
Reading it just says flat-footed, but you don't treat anyone as an ally.
No, that wouldn't affect your initiative.
Okay.
You don't treat anyone as an ally?
He's
So
confused.
you just start punching people? The
You
biggest
use
guy
all
in
your
the
actions
room.
to strike.
Oh my god.
Any target that's in reach. Randomly determined by God.
They don't
Copy
give
that.
him that much power.
Jojo, you are already out in the cellar. Granted, you're by the door, but you have the cellar stretching out before you. Just to kind of give you the geography, most of the north end of the cellar is occupied by this huge chemistry lab. The black wardrobe with the silver fittings and the storage locker are almost to your immediate right. And then down to the left are the pillars and that other exit, if it is an exit, up to the double doors.
Is the room a full rectangle or is it an L shape? Or
It's an L shape in the respect that if you were to notch out where the bathroom and the WC would be, it would turn into another one of those fat L's,
right.
if that makes sense.
Well, yeah. What doesn't make sense is the little 5x5 intrusion into that. Maybe my drawing's off, but that's fine. I'm just trying to get a. I don't know that detail anyway, so.
Jojo, you
I am confused one. There is a bunny right in front of me, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, that's Banny.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get a couple kidney shots.
Jojo goes to work.
What the
Sorry.
It's time for the ring, baby. Ding ding.
Does a 34 hit you?
Yep. It's not a crit though.
Sorry, 33. 33.
Still not a crit, but yes, it still hits.
All right. Well, you're going to take 16 damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save.
You're doing a full. You're on. Okay.
Wow. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, I
He's
guess.
confused.
That is a 26. That's
How ironic that the two beefaloes are the ones that are confused.
I know, right?
I rolled really poorly though. Will is actually one of my higher saves. I just rolled really bad.
26.
You made your save, so you're not stunned.
Oh, okay. So I get to feel the next.
The second
part too.
attack will miss. Third attack, second action will probably hit with a 28.
Oh, yep. Wow. That
I
minus.
I rolled
8.
bad on.
Wow.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't roll a 20.
Only.
Yeah.
Only 8 damage there. Third action. The Hail Mary.
Oh.
Yeah, I get 4 attacks.
Oh my gosh.
What? Damn monk.
That'll miss.
Okay. Well, now I know who to have on my side. Maybe.
Well, he's on your side.
Yeah. Rabbit punch. Rabbit punch.
I'm no longer confused, right?
Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm just gonna turn around with the gun and put it to his head.
Actually, you in good hands.
All right, Jojo, you work over your friend, and you'll still be confused throughout the rest of the round. But now we move on to Grace. Grace makes herself known. The first thing she does is scramble up that support pillar and on all fours race across the ceiling toward you. You notice a couple of things about her. One is she's completely naked, a 20-something redheaded female. The other thing you notice is that she's covered in scars, strange symbols that look like they were branded into her flesh. Where her breasts should be are 2 tentacles, each ending in a toothy mouth. And her belly from her navel to her clavicle is a vertical mouth filled with sharp teeth. She uses one action to scramble up the pillar and close the distance with you. And
Unfortunately, you're not on the ceiling, sir.
she's also screaming, Tequila, tequila. Jojo. One of her nipple pseudopods shoots out at you and attempts to bite you.
This could be good.
28.
Yeah, that'll do.
It sinks in, and not only do you feel the teeth, but you feel
Assuming I'm still confused, that'll work.
you're confused,
Okay.
and you feel a horrific burn. Make a fort save.
30.
You save against the acid damage, but you do take bite damage. Wow, that's pathetic. 15 points.
Okay.
And she cannot belly bite you from the ceiling. For her second action, she drops to the floor and prepares for the next round, facing you. Now you see that this vertical mouth, it looks almost like a stab wound with teeth, just chomping. Banny.
I
Dude,
swear
kid
at
punched you.
I swear at Jojo.
Tequila.
Fuck you. I pull out. Actually, it's gonna have to be the Derringer. Was I walking around with my bighorn sitting over my shoulder?
You guys were in your home country and you're
okay. If I'm
licensed agents, so if you were carrying, you were carrying.
I'm going to. I don't know if I can quick draw a rifle.
It's a weapon.
Okay, quick draw a rifle. Oh wait, hunt prey on the girl or what's left of her, and then just quick draw, shoot. No, I'm not going to quick draw.
Oh,
2.
3.
And then I'm going to do the hunted shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
When visiting Zurich, use hunted shot against Tequila.
Yeah. So, first one is 20. God, it's 19. Nice. Second one is 20. I can deal with that.
Yeah.
So what was, I need the final number for each.
Of each. The first one was a miss, a 19.
Oh, total.
19
Gotcha.
total. And this and this were 12 there. One. On 33 and 4 and 4.
4 and 4 what?
41 total.
Okay. Were you adding any kind of crit?
Crit.
damage?
Yeah, I was doing a crit. Is there? If there's no crit,
The
Nope.
crit won't affect her.
okay, back it out.
So sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay. That is a 16 and 4. 20.
20 points.
Yes.
Are you out of actions, Ben?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Mark, man, you're confused. Blanca is the closest person to you.
I don't know what that is. What's a Tequila Blanca? So do a
It's like a creature to you.
yeah, snagging strike on it, whatever that is. No, this might be a fortunate miss. Let's see. 21.
That's a miss.
Second attempt. Oh, so this is -4 though. 34.
That's a hit, not a crit.
Good.
Oh, wait,
Glad to
wait,
hear that.
34?
34.
Actually, you need a 24 to hit me, so that is a crit.
Does your mage armor reduce that at
Mage
all?
armor.
No, I'm normally at 22. With mage armor, I'm 24.
Gotcha.
You're flat-footed for the remainder of the turn from the snagging strike. Damage is then 15. So now you're flat-footed, going for a third attempt here for a strike. -8 plus 19. 24.
Hit again.
7 more damage.
And these are all non-lethal?
Grab, yeah, these are all non-lethal, just fist blows on the positive side. Just snagging you towards them and just one miss and beating you. Tequila! Tequila!
Blanca.
What the hell? I mean, I heard the same screech that everybody else heard, and I'm guessing I sensed that there was something more behind that than just words or babble.
Yeah, not only are they swinging at the wrong people, but JoJo and Mark look terrified.
Yeah, I need some distance.
But you're snagged and flat-footed. Let's see.
I will. So I will move away from Marek 25 feet to the west.
Okay.
Am I going to make a
Yes.
attack of
No,
opportunity?
you can't because you can't use your reactions because you're confused.
Thank you, God. Okay, good.
At that distance, I will create a illusory version of me and send it back towards Banny.
Okay.
It has. I have to command it to give it actions. In combat, the illusion can use 2 actions per turn, which it can use under the sustain. So it has 2 actions. So I'll use 1 action to close and just kind of do a leaping strike in the air towards the creature on the ceiling.
She's not on the ceiling anymore. She dropped down, didn't she?
That's right. She's there. Blanca looks like she's coming at her with a knife and makes a stab attack. Oh, that's a shitty roll. Yeah, she misses.
Attacking at Banny?
No, the gibbering mouther.
Oh, okay.
John's version of one.
So did you strike it or did you not?
I rolled a 2. I missed by a long shot.
Okay. So we are back at the top of the order. JoJo, you are no longer confused. And this thing is dropped from the ceiling right in front of you. There's madness in her eyes.
And in her breasts and in her belly.
Yes.
Her tentacle breasts.
Smile.
I take a
Don't even
spend an
have
action
stuff going on
to
between her legs.
take a slightly more defensive stance, and then I'm going to see if I can pop her twice.
Okay.
Should hit with a 34.
Yeah, that does hit. It is not a crit.
6, 10, 12 damage, and she needs to make a fort save. If she can be stunned.
She can't.
Okay.
She got a 35 on her fort save.
Yeah, she's just fine.
I rolled a 19.
That's
How much damage?
Oh,
You did?
don't give it away.
12 damage. Then the follow-up strike on that 27 to hit.
That is a hit.
Let's see. 15 damage.
Does she need to save again?
No, just the one time.
You do some pretty good smashing hits into her.
How close is Bonnie to her?
She could probably reach him with her special pseudopod. He's not that far away. You were just beating on him.
Right.
He's
Okay.
next to you. But then so is Blanca. You don't know where she came from.
Damn.
Yeah. Where is Mark in relation to me and Bunny?
Mark is behind the two of you.
Doorway.
I'm more in the doorway though, correct? Because Bunny pushed past me.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Last action. I'll just throw one more punch at.
So Mark, you're actually still in the bathroom. You started to pound on Blanca and she ran into the
Okay.
cellar.
Gotcha. Go
I'm
to the bathroom confused.
I'm guessing a 20 misses her for my third action.
Yes.
And that's me.
All right. She screams, "Techie Lee!" and tries to bite you with her belly.
Try to
Okay.
make it as much of a distraction as possible. I want her attention.
Did you save any actions or?
No, this is just
That's what she did.
Let me ask a question.
So the two of you are actually the three of you are
What?
roughly within range now.
It feels like Benny and Blanca too are right on her, at least really close, and just behind is JoJo.
Yep.
Is that right?
All right. We'll see if she attacks.
One question about jump the gun.
Yes.
Jump
You
the
want
gun
to-
puts me ahead of the creature, but at a -2 for all attacks. Correct?
For the remainder of the round, yes.
Is it a reaction?
It is a reaction.
It is a reaction. Okay. I'm gonna hold
You
off.
can only take attack actions though as well.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
only attack actions, but I will hold off. Go ahead, John. Sorry, wanted to.
That's all right. It matters. And she focuses her belly bite on JoJo. Fails miserably. Almost bites her own sick tongue.
Was that an attack?
Yeah. Yeah, she attacked. And she sends her pseudopod at Blanca. So the breast tentacle with the fun acid dripping teeth at the end of it strikes out at Blanca.
All right.
It would be a 28. Does that hit your phantasm?
Oh yeah.
Does it disrupt your phantasm?
It can take some damage.
So it does 10 points of damage, and then the titty tentacle wraps itself around Blanca's neck and squeezes.
Oh.
And she takes another 14.
I would say that the little illusory creature is gone.
It is gone, but it saved somebody from getting titty tentacled.
It shall not be forgotten.
Yes.
So it just vanishes into nothingness.
Okay. Banny.
Yeah, so my turn, which is good, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay, I am going to do another hunted shot on this. Wait a second, though. In position, if I moved around it, does it look like it would... I'm still at least 10 feet away, correct?
From the critter?
From the critter.
I would say you're closer than 10 feet.
Okay. I am going to...
Because she's right next to JoJo, and JoJo was just punching you,
me.
So you're
Yeah.
within arm's length.
Either I take a -2 because I'm in the volley range, or I need all I can get. I'm going to take a stride, step basically into, or I'm going to move into the corner. I'm going to aim at it at the side at a blink angle, and I am going to do a hunted shot. That was a 2. That was a 29. 29 hit?
29 after your -4 or -5?
No, it's a 25.
25 hits.
Okay. And I will do that. Uh, 23, 27. 27.
27 points. You hit her in the temple. Her head pops like an overripe pumpkin, and down she goes. No sooner does her body collapse in front of JoJo than the remains start to boil into a strange crimson that lets off crimson smoke. And within seconds, Grace boils down to just this scarlet crust staining the floor of the basement.
Oh, okay.
And it's just smells.
Oh, I'm sure it smells amazing.
Marek, you shake your head like a dog and you are free of your confusion.
Oh, God.
You know you gave something a good smack, but you can't
What
see
happened?
I swing the rifle towards Marek and say, "You good?"
What?
Okay. Load my gun with a few shots.
Okay.
Or top it off.
I
What just happened?
put a hand on Bunny's shoulder. Not sure what happened there, but I can see you favoring that side.
I think you may have cracked a rib. Just so you know.
Do we have any way to tend to wounds?
I can.
I have something. Who's hurt? What happened?
I'm going to watch Marek to see what he does when he approaches me.
He's not approaching anybody. He's standing in the doorway, looking confused and asking a question.
I holster the gun and say, "What can you do for us?" What?
Hold on.
You have a
He
medical
reaches
kit?
back. Yeah, I do. I do have some tools. I attacked something. Okay, what did I hit?
Yeah, little. I didn't see what happened behind me. I just know I got rabbit punched over here. But I'll survive, right? I'll survive.
If he looks over at Blanca, if she makes eye contact and gives anything away,
One eye is a little squinty, and the cheek is very swollen.
his
She's got a bit of
entire
mouse.
persona just like descends into the lowest depth of hell. Oh,
As it
You
should.
punched a girl in the face.
Yeah, I said you can
Oh,
punch girls,
hell.
but I didn't mean that one. I
he
did
doesn't say anything. He walks up like a robot and starts opening up the kit. Ignores Banny for a moment to start working on Blanca
Yeah, I'm going to
slowly.
do a little treat wounds on myself.
How long does it take to do a treat wounds?
10 minutes. You
Well,
guys can.
I have battle medicine, so I'm looking like fast.
Yeah, you can take care of her fast, but then she's immune for a while. So maybe we
Yeah,
should.
you should
24
save
hours.
that. You should save
Let's
that
save
for
that.
an in combat situation.
Yeah. So let's do the 10-minute one here. The regular treat wounds.
In which case, if
Stay
you
back, Mark, just stay back.
Well, he can still do regular treat wounds, correct?
yeah, but
No.
if she doesn't trust him, let Bonnie to take a look at you, Blanca.
I'll work
Oh,
on you.
I'll keep an eye on Mark. He's fine. He's fine.
Why don't you
You're
guys
okay.
investigate the
I
room
know
while we do
you're
this?
not yourself, but that was a good hook.
I'm sorry.
I-
He just, Mark just looks like
Just
horrible. He works on Banny.
stay focused, take guard. I don't want anything else jumping at us while we're healing up. Just keep an eye on things, Mark. Stay over there.
Jojo's gonna do a wholeness of body and heal 24, and then he'll spend time refocusing.
Damn. That's right, he's a monk.
I've mostly avoided this kind of stuff, but it's getting to the point where I'm gonna have to start taking that kind of stuff.
every single time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Metaphysical.
I figure it more. He's icing his hand,
Right.
that kind of stuff. It's not.
But
It's
he's
not.
doing-
He's not aligning his key.
Right.
He's doing
Well,
it in a more
well,
practical manner.
He is, but he's doing it right while doing his discipline.
Western style, not Eastern style.
Right.
Right.
And he's
Yeah.
flogging himself for punching Blanca in the face.
He didn't turn Catholic. He just
Opus Dei, Opus Dei.
Didi Mao. Banny, get back 13.
oh, okay.
10 minutes later. Of awkwardness.
Blanca gets 10 back. I'm not nearly as effective.
It's just a random roll.
You okay, Benny? That looked pretty nasty.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yours, that's superficial, right?
It should come back quickly enough.
Okay, good. It
It
just,
doesn't feel great.
well, getting the punch in the face never does. I think that's,
Well, you're working on Blanca for the wounds. She had a big static charge that discharged as you touched her. I was about to unleash holy hell on her.
it's best that we save that for later. Ouch.
On Mark.
No. I knew my target. I wasn't
On
confused.
Grace.
Great. It would have put me so far to unconsciousness, though. I might have been out of the next.
Everyone say grace. Grace!
Well,
So your healing has been completed?
10
Yeah.
minutes later.
yeah, we should, while that's going on, everybody can scope out the place while we're doing it.
If Mark is well behaved during that 10-minute process, I'll eventually go up to him and pat him on the shoulder and say, I understand.
He seems significantly humbled by what he's done.
Humbled? He has one eye open. He can't look at you. I would never hit you.
And you haven't. It wasn't you.
That's really forgiving. No, he totally hit you. I'm sorry. I saw it. Oh no, I didn't
Even
actually see
Bjorn saw that.
I sense a disturbance.
And he will
In the block of
never,
force.
ever let you forget it. That's how he rolls. So the things in here that you have not examined yet, besides that
Devil wardrobe.
schmutz on the ground, you got the double wardrobe, a big cabinet, the large chemistry set, and then the far stairs.
I'll take the wardrobe. Someone work on the chemistry. I don't know chemistry.
So does this guy's head? This is okay.
You
Cauterized.
found it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you got the corpse.
It's
on
the
the floor.
the corpse on the floor. Let's search what he looks like. He's been partially eaten, but he still has pockets, I'm sure.
He does, and you find a wallet.
Who is this
Mr.
guy?
Brand?
Marcus Dowell,
Dowell.
What?
age 25.
He's Brand, I think, is much older. I hand it over to Blanca to review.
I guess I'm a document.
No,
keeper.
Victor Brand is dead.
Victor Brand.
Is it his passport or his wallet?
Wait, say Marcus.
It says
This
wallet.
is Marcus
Marcus
Dowell.
Marcus Dowell.
Dowell.
Dow. Okay.
Where's he from?
Zurich.
Zurich. Okay. Check it against the passport for Mr. Smythe, also from Zurich.
Mr. Smythe has a address in Zurich, yes.
Okay.
His Smythe's passport is significantly stamped. Mr.
Yeah,
Dowell
imagine.
hasn't been many places. But again, it's not his passport. It's just his driver's license without a photo. Not that there's anything to match it to.
Yeah. Well, we can still.
I mean, yeah, pull up the head.
Okay.
Oh yeah, totally him.
I
He looks a little more startled now.
want to go over to the ironic two cabinets, the devil cabinet and the cabinet with the padlock on it.
Yep.
Does the devil cabinet have a lock on it anywhere?
It looks like it has a tiny little hasp and a silver padlock the size of a luggage padlock.
Damn you, Cornell.
No, it's gonna be Billy Club. I mean, like, I'm just gonna rip
Well,
that
that's
thing.
don't do the silver, the little. Let's hit the cabinet that is mundane looking first. I don't want to open up the cabinet of deviltry. We already have one portal to deal with. I don't want to, the Yellow King's Narnia or whatever else is in that one.
Well, it's got a padlock on the locker. Smash that. That way you don't have to break anything else up.
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Wedge Billy Club for extra lever action and go to town.
Roll them. Athletics.
Wow. Who needs a rogue? Just rip
When
everything.
you have root strengths 30.
You snap the padlock off.
I
I'm not
pull up
gonna
the
open
gun. I unholster the gun and hold it up to who's going to open up the cabinet because
I'll open it away from me.
Well, it's got double doors that swing toward you.
Just one side will do, John.
You swing it open. What you quickly see is that this enormous cabinet not only has items inside hanging on shelves, but it also has items on pegs hanging on both doors. To give you a rundown quickly of what you see, you find flashlights, lanterns, crowbars, mallets, wooden stakes, what looks like wolf's bane made into a necklace, medical supplies, jars, bags, handcuffs, a stack of foreign phrase books, multiple languages, packs, water skins, a very strange mayonnaise jar size item with green fluid in it. Binoculars, lock picks, mapping items, little silver containers with the Venetian cross on it, flasks with the Venetian cross on it.
Wow, these guys
Hold
are.
up 1 second. Screw in a flash bulb. Go to the next devil cabinet, do the same.
Oh wait, so is this the devil cabinet that
This
was
is
open?
just
This is the
mundane
regular.
cabinet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just taking a picture of both for records.
Okay. Thank you. These guys were doing serious stuff. If they have this much activity here, these guys were full on playing Knocked Richter. Wolfsbane. That's got to be holy water. Handcuffs. Reach in there and pull out the handcuffs. Anything in here glowy?
You check and you find nothing magical.
Are the handcuffs silver?
Nope.
Okay. Straight up mundane. I guess we.
We know what they do with their spare time.
These guys were, researchers and off the radar and so forth, but apparently not.
Robin had a pair.
Doing
Handcuffs are
arcane,
your kink, or
doing
was.
our arcane check on the devil cabinet. There's a lot of scroll work and imagery on there. See if it associates with anything that sparks a memory.
Roll them.
30 total.
You recognize carvings that you have seen in illustrations of Salem.
What noises are you making, Ken?
Yeah, somebody is.
Yeah, somebody's got something messed up.
Ken, I think you're going to have to pop out and pop in. Because you sound fun.
He's a robot.
You're still talking like a robot.
Right? Just quit and leave. Don't say something.
Yeah.
So you see
You're a robot. It's your mic.
You're going to have to
Restart your
disconnect and
computer.
restart. Yeah. Talking louder doesn't help. Believe me.
Slower and louder. That's the way you communicate.
that's right. With any language you don't understand, just speak your own language. Blanca, you recognize imagery you've seen in historical texts about Salem, but also historical texts written from the perspective of witches about Salem. And it's not just Salem, but you also see imagery that came over from Europa prior to Salem.
This is an old witch cabinet. And it's not magical that I can tell.
It is not magical. Oh, I'm sorry. It is. It's warded.
Warded. I can't disassemble that today.
You're still messed
Still
up.
happening.
We can hear it
Yeah.
even before you talk.
So weird. Did you reboot?
Disconnect it, reboot it, something. Either way, mute your microphone.
He sounds like the guy on South Park. Yeah, it's coming right for us.
I like this Kraftwerk song. That's a pretty good one.
That's right. You can dance to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to need a full reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is old. It's from Europe. It's traveled to Lapland and back again. Some of the scroll work on here illuminates the injustices performed on casters in the New World.
But it also just as equally depicts the creatures of the netherworld that used witches and were used by witches.
Strangely, I'm not afraid of this cabinet. I'm more curious. Any of the doors or drawers open without using the lock?
It looks like the only way to do it is to open the two hinged like a wardrobe. And they're sealed by, even Blanca could reach up and snap it
Yank
off.
it.
So it's really just a seal. It is
Uh,
warded, though.
Is there
you-
any documentation? I mean, this looks like it was being researched. Is there any paperwork or anything lying around that may give us a clue as to what this is? I mean,
You don't find any paperwork here except over by the chemistry tables. And there the paper never ends. There's chalkboards, there's bulletin boards, there's journals of scribbling. And Jojo, you immediately recognize that Felix would go out of his mind if he saw this.
should take a
Oh, I
picture of
believe it.
that.
It looks like Felix's work times 5.
We
You
should,
can't even imagine what's in the little shelves of jars and powders and liquids and little burlap bags. And
He'd be giddy.
yeah, you would lose him from the rest of the adventure because he wouldn't move.
Blanca, can you tell what those words do?
It would take some time to reverse engineer this. I don't know that this is really the reason we're here yet.
That's fair. We have the entire rest of the house still.
Well, and Pestilence is waiting outside for a proper introduction, and I'm not sure we want to give him that. It looks like they've gone to a lot of trouble to keep creatures like him out, and maybe we don't mess with that.
well,
That's fair.
I think that he got out, but he needs to get back in so he can get back. We don't want him here. How do we get him back?
How is he summoned, right? If he's disoriented and not sure where he is and is not familiar with these sites, something brought him here against his will or unwittingly so.
Well, what if
I doubt he wandered out of that closet we came through.
it may be that he did walk through it, and when he landed here, it's like kicked him out and sent him into the streets and whatever. I don't know.
I don't think it works like that.
I don't either. I don't know.
Let's make sure that goes out to the street. I'm sure that's how they bring all the heavy equipment in here. This is probably a staging area for a lot of their research. Let's just kind of connect the dots and work backwards. If there's something in the lab, I feel like we brought the wrong roster for this mission. Right?
Well, do we have
We
a
don't have
better roster?
Jojo, were you taking pictures of the chemistry setup?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Felix would have been a good choice. And, where's Wolfgang when we need him?
There's a lot to say about that, but we've got who we've got. At least the hitter
it
over
work.
here. Yep.
Yeah. 3 clubs and a violin.
I don't know. I don't know. JoJo's got some grace.
Oh, yeah.
I got
sorry.
decorations.
A pirouetting club.
Ouch. She said that about you. It wasn't me.
She's not wrong.
Oh.
He's the
Maybe
best
you can-
dancer in this group by far.
Well, I'm sure I could.
And he only did that with his left thumb. The right thumb's far too powerful for me.
Go over to the stairs to the storage lid.
Up to the
Yeah.
cellar doors.
are they blocked in any way, or do those
They've got a simple bolt on the inside.
work the bolt? Quick detect magic before I push it open.
You can tell it's warded.
Same magic that holds the other entrances.
Seems to be.
Crack it open a foot. Just
And since you thought of that, you realize that that's the same warding that's on that black cabinet.
okay. So it keeps the real pests out.
As you push the doors open, you realize that this opens into the below ground back alley that runs behind much of this building. If you were to follow it straight ahead, it would take you to stairs that lead up to the side street. But to your immediate left is another set of stairs going up to a small platform with a door to the east and a door to the south. And there are trash cans back in this alleyway.
Boys,
This is the back exit.
well, yes, and might help us. Well, I'm guessing there's gas in there regardless, but
Well, so the upstairs is where we just need to find the source of it, because if there is something up there that, like a stove or something that we need to resolve, we need to go and just shut it off.
How common is
Stove or gas.
gas equip appliances in this day and age? I mean,
It's
they
pretty
have.
common.
Okay.
It's the mid 30s. And it's a major city. If you were in a more rural area, people would still be using coal and
Sure.
wood-fired stoves. But
Well, the coal furnace is the only reason I really asked that, is if they have coal to heat their house, are they using gas to
it might
cook
be
their...
an older way of heating that no longer is used.
That's fair.
There's still active coal though. And it's probably just in case. It could be that this is only cooking fumes, which means, or cooking gas, meaning that we might want to look for a stove or a kitchen.
Well, the rear entrance on this level likely will lead to our kitchen. So,
But that goes outside, right?
no, this goes back into the building. So it should come in above the billiard room and adjacent to the furnace.
Oh,
Well, why don't we go open that door and see if there's gas in there?
so the door to the south goes back into what you believe is the main part of the house.
Yes.
And the door to the east opens into what would be above the cellar.
Correct.
That makes sense.
you sound better, Keith.
My
Ken.
assumption.
Thanks.
I'm thinking the south door, just to get to the kitchen as soon as possible.
Well, I'll follow your lead on that, unless you have something to say, Bunny.
Nope, nothing to say here. Although we should keep any firearms holstered now, if we're going into Gasland.
Check the door. Is it locked?
It is locked.
Hey, Mark. See that door?
I didn't just bring him here as a battering ram. He's got other talents.
Well,
Not really.
I mean, I can take this one if he doesn't want to. If you're trying to share the burden, but
door's a door.
I just natched it, so whatever the door was.
There's not a door that has stood up to him yet. He could probably rip that safe open.
With that natch, I had a chance.
Just rips the door right out of it. Just squeezes the door down and then rips it out. That's
So, Merrick, with your natch, you completely shatter it away from its lock housing, blow it off both hinges, and the door just falls poof, flat with a crash.
Did we want to open up the witch cabinet? or are we just holding off?
We're
Well-
holding off. It has the same type of words on it.
I
On
think
the
we can get
outside?
into it. The problem is it's still locked, or at least tangentially so, and
Yeah.
I don't want to invite trouble just yet.
Yeah, no, I get it. If it was being studied, that's one thing, though. And I don't see any notes about it. So it's probably holding something very specialized. Or it is the closet back pocket entry to some other demonic realm. I'm so excited.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing when John chuckles when we make a decision.
I don't. It's a lure. Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for it.
That's corn in the water. Don't eat it.
But what happened to the girl?
What happened to the girl,
Corn in the water.
I would just say, has a lot to do with what we've seen before. Oh, Mark, you haven't experienced the wonder that is the Ember Kingdom.
No.
Etched skin is not something that we are all that unfamiliar with, and mouths coming out of people's bellies and okay, let's move on. I think I'm gonna be sick. You got that door open? How's it smell in there?
How big is the witch cabinet total in like cubic?
Imagine a grand wardrobe freestanding, and then enlarge it by about another 50%.
So it's still smaller than a car.
Is it larger than
It is.
20 cubic feet?
All right. Well, it's 8 feet tall. It's 6 feet wide, and it's about 2 feet deep.
So 2 times 8 times 6.
But it's magicked, so we can't actually shrink it if that's what you're thinking.
Well, it's warded. It's not magicked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's
96,
bigger than your 20
96.
cubic feet.
Yeah, I can't get it. It's too large.
Okay.
Wait, the car you could do, but this you can't?
These things
Never
are
mind.
enormous.
This
I
thing
wasn't
is
there. It's
enormous.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
In your mom.
Can't shrink Narnia.
Step over the crushed door frame and door, and what's in here?
You immediately catch the smell of gas, and you have walked into a kitchen. You are at the extreme east end of a room that is 15 feet north to south and extends all the way to the west end of the building.
About
Can I
50
look
feet.
for a window?
There is a window here with black curtains drawn across it at the far west end over the sink. It has all the items you would expect in a 1930s kitchen. It's got a rattling refrigerator, and which is power. Large central kitchen table, almost like a farm table. Lots of cupboards, and there is a large 6-burner gas stove. There is a kettle sitting on it, black, because the fire is underneath it, just steadily scorching away at this kettle.
I'll go for the window. Someone else turn off the gas.
Wait. There's active fire?
Yeah, there's a burner going, and it's been scorching this kettle.
So
But it still smells like gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, get that down. Turn that
Open the
off.
window. Open the window. Open the window.
I'm gonna move in and
And
immediately
jump
turn
out it.
off.
Merrick, are you going to run down and throw open the curtains and open the window over the sink? You do?
I don't think we have a choice. Evacuate the room of gas. Move as fast as you can. Get the line off. Open any windows. Pray the flame doesn't kick off.
I am totally at the stove, turning off the stove immediately. If there's multiple things on, I flip those off as well.
You turn off the stove, and you see that just to the right of it on the counter is a mug with a spoon sticking out of it, a tea bag, and what looks like congealed honey at the bottom, but no tea.
It's okay.
So just he didn't get a chance. Maybe we should kick off some
Rest of the
tea.
kitchen looks very well cared for, nice and clean.
Windows open, drapes
Windows
open.
open. You can see on the shelves. It looks like it's a very well stocked kitchen.
If there's any other windows for a cross draft, that's what I'm going to look for.
Well, you've got the door open at the other end. And
Yeah.
You've got your window open, and in the south wall, about 10 feet west of the kitchen door, is another door.
South wall, 10 feet west of the kitchen door. So headed south.
Yep, but it's offset from the door to the outside.
I'm looking around to see. I'm imagining that the spiral staircase comes up into this room.
It does. I'm sorry, I missed that. This is exactly where the spiral staircase comes up to.
Good.
Okay. Let the gas air out before we do anything.
It does very quickly.
So we've got a window to the west and a door to the south. Is that the only?
Correct.
Okay. Anybody see anything in here of interest?
Besides death, imminent? No.
Everybody roll a perception.
We already met pestilence. Death could be nearby.
That's right.
Mork just double natched.
Didn't.
Morik sees it. You're going to hate that you wasted a natch on this, but what the hell?
There's a knife. Hey, it's a
Yeah.
Ginsu knife.
Anybody that got a 15 or better, you'll
26.
see it. There are 2 small stainless steel bowls on the ground near the refrigerator. One has water in it. The other one has some crumbled kibble in the bottom of it.
Dog.
Hellhound.
Let's not go overboard, but okay.
If it turned Grace into whatever that was.
Better safe than dead.
Mhm.
I do believe in spooks. I do believe in spooks.
Did you know that sometimes wishing actually creates the thing that we should be afraid of? So stop wishing, because you're just making it worse for everybody.
Right.
I know you suggested no guns, but I think the threat of flash is gone, and I'm kind of low on offensive spells, so I'm going to pull my Ragnar.
Agreed? So do we just
You're
shoot the
pulling
dog
your
on
Ragnar.
sight, or what do you think?
I just adopted a cat. I have no interest in dogs.
Oh, if only Bjorn was
Did you
here.
adopt Diamond? Oh, good girl. Okay, I'll draw my Ragnar too.
Let's go south.
Who's opening that door?
Morik.
Should we just at least check the fridge? Just see if there's any loose kibble.
Do you
Go
keep
ahead.
kibble in a fridge?
It's running. We can hear the motor.
Yeah, I pop it open and look inside. See if there's
It's well stocked. There's even milk.
Is there juice in
But,
there?
Some
but is there
veggies.
Strohs?
There is a little bit of beer in there. Not a lot, but a little bit.
I'm actually gonna grab one of the milks.
It's still good.
Yeah.
That's the bravest thing I've seen since we came in this house.
That's right. Once you've been bitten by a tentacle titty, drinking sour milk is really low on the scale.
Spoiled milk doesn't really matter.
That's right.